Record. All right, I think it's recording. It says it is. Maybe it'll give me enough time to do this, maybe not. All right, welcome everybody. A little late start. I said 9 o'clock. It's almost 10. Been on here for a little while. I was actually talking to myself on the computer for a little bit, not realizing I wasn't recording. So I wanted to bring forth my win for the week. I actually had a pretty shitty week, tell you the truth. I'm sorry about the language, but lost my aunt this week. It was horrible. I wasn't able to go to her services yesterday or today, so that kind of even sucked even worse. That's obviously not a win. However, I do have a win. I feel like I've been winning at this running of my ads for the week. Consistent consecutive days of 2 to 7 leads a day. So I'm going to say that that's my win for the week. I guess first of all, I want to say what it is, what I'm doing. Well, here it is. My name is Richard Murphy, Inspirational Crusades Marketing. That is my marketing page. My business partner, Ridge Drennan.
How's it going?
We are here today to go over ads and basically how to produce, edit, set up, split test, run ads on social media. If anybody has any clue of what it is that I'm actually talking about, then you'll know that it's something that people have been trying to do successfully now for a few years, and Facebook is very crazy in a sense. It's got issues. You can go and put out an ad one day and the next day it gets shut down on you for some violations. You can be put in Facebook jail real easy. So I've been doing ads on Facebook now for just about 2 years, and I want to inform everybody that I have never been shut down or shut off from Facebook ads except for when I didn't pay them. So I'm going to knock on wood on that because, God forbid I do violate any of the community standards or any of those other ad standards that they want you to follow. I try to follow the regulations that Facebook puts out there every day. And like they contact me all the time with suggestions and things like that. And I kind of tend to take notice and read and learn what they've got to say. So first of all, I just wanted to share that. I've never been shut down on an ad. There was like a week where I did get shut down because my credit card was hacked, so I had to get a new one. I had to wait a week, almost 2 weeks to get the new one. So in that period of time, Facebook wanted their money, and they couldn't access my stuff. So as soon as I got my card back, it was paid immediately, and boom, we were back rolling, like it would never even happened. So first of all, I want to say, making and producing an ad for Facebook or for any kind of social media is real easy. Everybody's got one of these. This is actually an old phone. This is the phone that I use. This is just a phone that I have that I used to use. This is actually a good phone. Oh, we lost Ridge.
I'm here.
All right. This is actually a good phone to use for just for my videos because it doesn't take up space on this one. I have a GoPro as well, and the programs that I use are usually apps because I do use my mobile device for making my videos. So I use a lot of apps, and that's kind of where the world's gotten to today is apps. You go online, you try to find software for your computer, and it costs a lot of money. Well, apps kind of, they're pretty much free. There's always a free version of this and a free version of that. And the Power Director app that I've got, I did pay for it on my phone. I think it was like $6 for the year or whatever, and it gets rid of the ink mark that says Power Editor on it and whatnot. And it gives me all kinds of different controls that I can do for editing my videos. Now, for instance, you want to go out, you want to do a video. Let's say I go down to the lake and I record a video. In my recording, I want to be as integral and as honest and upbeat and as positive as I can. I want people to look at me as being someone they can trust. And that's ideally what you need when you're running ads is you want to be able to convince people that you're somebody that they're going to want to follow, somebody that they're going to look upon as a leader, someone that they're going to know just by how you speak to them and how you present yourself, that you're going to be as honest and integral as you can be and show them exactly what it is that you're doing or what you're selling. And you're going to, obviously you don't want to go up to somebody that you can tell if you go up to a car dealership and you're getting harassed by this, auto salesman. Some of them are really, they're kind of crooked. And you can tell that. You can tell when you got some shady people out there and they're in the marketing or the sales business. So my recommendation is be as truthful, as honest, and as integral as you possibly can. Now, you don't necessarily have to be some supermodel to be able to promote your business, promote your brand, promote yourself online. You don't have to be like God's gift to women or God's gift to men. You don't have to have any special quirks about you. You just have to be yourself. You have to be honest, and you have to know what it is that you're selling. You don't want to go in there saying, "Oh, I got this," and you don't have absolutely no clue what the hell you're selling, because people are going to start asking questions. You're going to be like, So you want to know exactly what it is that you're selling. When you're doing your video, that's what you want to do, is you want to bring that forth. What I'm doing and what this is all about, all I'm trying to do is trying to grab people's information so that I can talk to them on a one-on-one basis. They can go to a workshop and learn what we're doing and then contact me and be like, "Hey, what exactly is it that you're doing?" I want to tell you all right now. The reason this works is because of the reach it has. You go and you work around your neighborhood and you try to do stuff like advertise around your neighborhood, and you're going to have just a certain reach. And people are going to see what you've got and they're going to move on. What if you could do that around the world? It's unlimited at that point in time. You have millions and millions and millions of people that are in the palm of your hand or your fingertips at that point in time. Excuse me. So the reason why advertising on Facebook or on Twitter or on Instagram or any of these other sites works is because of the reach that it gets to. And don't think that you can't do this, because everybody can do this. That is the reason it works. It has nothing to do with anything but the fact that it gets to so many people. Now, you do have to have a product. You do have to have something that people are going to want. What I'm trying to sell first is myself as a leader, as a business partner, as a mentor, as a coach with this platform that's 90% done for you. That's what I have to sell. Plus, there's a bigger product on the back end that's got high commissions that we can talk about at a later date. So, in order to run a successful ad campaign, you got to first produce a good ad. Don't worry about stumbling over your words a whole lot. Just keep recording video. Keep recording video. If you mess up, go back and say it over again. Just keep doing it until you get it right, and then just go and edit. You go in and edit, and you make it what you need, and then you run it. How do you run it? Okay, well, you go in, you edit your video, then you produce it. Once you've got it produced, then you go and you set it up on, we'll use Facebook, okay? And you go into your ads manager on Facebook and you post an ad. So I'm going to go to mine. I'm going to show you all how to post an ad. I'm trying to get it set up here. I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you how to set up a campaign, and I'll move on from there. Okay, here's my ads manager. I've got one ad going right now. The ad's been running since the beginning of the year. Here we go. So what I'm going to show you right now is I'm going to show you how to set up a campaign, how to set up an ad set, which is, all of your interests, your placement, your audience, your budget, and all that stuff. And then I'm going to basically create the ad. That's going to be, here's where you left off. Oh yeah, okay. Start over. I'm going to start over. All right. I am going to go over here to conversions. continue on the conversions. So now my campaign is done. My campaign is just conversions. Now I pick conversions. There's different things that you can pick as far as your ads concerned. You could have picked, video views, page views, things like that. You can get just like campaigns, things like that, just to get people to like your page. What I did is I picked conversions because I want people to leave me their leads. So I want conversions. Now, what that means is it's going to be, come on already. Get some slow internet going on. Oh, come on already. Okay, so what that means is every time that someone comes on and they click on my ad, the little call to action button or whatever, they're going to fire off a pixel code. Okay, and that's what this is. As soon as this thing loads up, I don't know why it's taking so long. You go in here, you click on this. My conversion for this ad is going to be leads. Once it all loads up, it's being slow. So I click on leads. And then I scroll down. Here's my audience. Now, my audience, I'm going to want, obviously I want men and women. Because I speak English and I don't know any foreign languages, I'm going to push down here English, all. And I'm going to change the age group for myself because I'm 43 years old and I don't want to say I deal with people more my age because that's not true, but I associate with people a little bit older. So I'm going to go from age, we'll say 30 to age, I don't know, we'll go, I'm 43, so we'll go 50. How's that? Whoa. We'll go to 50. So there's 20 years in there in that demographic, which is actually quite a bit. A lot of people will bring it down to only 5 to 7 year audience. Now I'll add Canada to this. Oops. Canada, country, because it's got the United States. Now it's got Canada once it loads up. And over here, it's going to start telling me like my audience size. I haven't created any interest or anything like that. So right now, its potential reach is 87,000, and its estimated daily reach is only 660 to 31. Okay, so now I'm going to go down here to my detailed targeting, and I'm going to exclude people because I'm not actually going to exclude anybody on this one. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to add interest. So I like music. So music's interest is 1,301,000,000. So I definitely want to click on music as a generalized basic interest. Okay. Then I'm going to add another one. You want to target people that are going to relate to you. You're going to want to try to gain interest on the masses as well. So I would suggest a generalized interest. We've got music, but I'm going to also put Facebook. I mean, come on, Facebook. You got 1,627,000 people that are interested in Facebook. Why wouldn't you pick something like that? Okay. So now I like to travel, so I'm going to do travel. Travel. That's 1,118,000. So I'm going to pick that travel. It's a pretty good interest, you know. Outdoors. Oops. I don't know how to spell. Outdoors. Now, outdoors is a little less of an interest, which is fine because I am an outdoorsy kind of guy. And I'm going to put sports because I'm into sports. Now, sports is way up there, so we'll put sports. So I got 5 interests, and now I'm looking for people that have money. They're going to want to spend a little money. They're going to have interest in spending some money. So I'm going to put in investors, someone who's not scared of spending just a little bit of money.
Hey, I got a question.
You
Are you usually mixing all these different interests like this? There's no relation between them?
I don't put any relations in between them. Just that
Okay.
the only relations that I use with my interest are they the same interests that I have? You know,
Okay.
and I
Yep.
relate to these people with these same interests. That's how I look at this. Because what's going to happen is these people are going to go onto my marketing page and they're going to start following me and hanging out with me and learning how to do this for themselves. And I'm going to want the people that are going to hang out with me because of my interests. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
want to hang out with people because of their interests as well. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, if there's somebody that's a multi-millionaire that wants to come hang out with me, I'm going to be all about that. you know. Um, so there's no real connection between them all, other than these are interests that I look for in other people. That's how I look at it. And then when I'm looking into trying to sell to others, obviously you're going to want people that have money or that idea of money. So I'm going to put investors. I'm going to use that one because it's the highest one, independent investors. Because that would be someone more like you and I, not a corporate guy. Like a Mark Cuban, he's not an independent investor. His name is a corporation now. You know what I'm saying? He's
Mhm.
a corporate investor now when he does his Shark Tank shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do entrepreneur. Oops, back up. Okay, entrepreneurship. Global entrepreneurship. There's a lot of them. I see. Oh,
You should just be entrepreneur on there.
yeah.
Maybe they switch it to entrepreneurship. There it is. That's employers.
Huh. I'm gonna go with that, I guess, because it's got more of a reach. Entrepreneurship, and then this is something I had learned in recent um, training on. Oops. There we go.
Oh, you can pick incomes.
Pick incomes,
That's nice.
which I mean, it's kind of you would think it's kind of silly to do that, but oops, then again, you can kind of guarantee yourself people with money, not necessarily people that are going to be wanting to throw money away, but if someone's got $100,000 coming in a year, they might tend to have 15,000 or so that they're going to want to invest in a year for themselves, whether it's online marketing or whatever other businesses they want to get into, cryptocurrency or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go 200,000, and I'll do this all the way up to $1 million. Come on, it's taking me a little while because my internet is a little slow here. 300 thou, 5, and then I go 500. Oops. few million. So there. Now I've set up my, this is my demographic, this is my ad set, my audience, this is the audience that I want to reach. My estimated daily results is still 660.31, so that's pretty good. It might change a little bit, but I doubt it. Now I can save this audience, save it. So like next time I come up here, I'm going to change the name. I'll name it web examp. And I'll take Inspirational Crusades off just to, you know, give it a different label. So now, go ahead.
I said this would be funny if this is the ad that took it off.
There it is. So now that's my audience. Now I can set my placement. My audience is all set right there. My reach is still looking pretty good right here. My potential reach is still good. So now it's going to go down now. I'm going to edit this stuff right here. So everything is off. Moving in, okay, so all that's off. It's good. That's right. I gotta change this to come on. Look. So that dropped my reach down a little bit, but not much. And it's done. So there. Now the campaign's set up, the ad set is set up. Now all I have to do is run this as an ad. Once this loads up, I really didn't want to get one set up and have another ad running at the moment, but you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to use an existing post. I don't need to create a new ad. I have an ad that's running right now. I got my pixel. That's my pixel. It's green. That means it's working correctly. Why is this not moving up? Select the post. Post. I could, anything that I posted on my marketing page, I can run as an ad if I wanted to. Of course, you don't want to run some of the things. So this is my ad that I'm running. So I'm going to click on that. Ad. And let me see. Is there a call to action button? Is there learn more? There's a learn more button right there. I can set up or take off if I want. I usually like it to be on there. So that ad, if I confirm, basically is ready to go. If I click this, it will set that ad up on a $5 bid. Now, what it'll also do, I'm going to do it. Confirming your items. I'm going to show you guys how long it takes to get an ad up and running. I'm going to do a duplicate because now that ad's being reviewed right now. Duplicate, everything's the same. Continue. Same ad set, same campaign. This is what they do when you split test just the ad, not your interests. So I'm just split testing the ad, not my interests. So confirm. Now that is a second ad that's going into review. Looks like it's already approved, which is pretty freaking cool when you get them approved immediately like that. Here's another one. I always do 3. If I do 3 ads on a $5 ad set, that's 3 ads running on $5. Now I let them run for 24 to 48 hours, and then I look at the numbers. If the numbers tell me that I need to shut one down, I'll shut one down, or even two down. Sometimes I don't need to shut any down. Okay, so there. I have just set up a whole entire campaign with 3 ads on one ad set, and I'll show you that in my ads manager in just a moment. See these 3 right here? These are the new ones. I'm going to unselect that. I hate any of those being selected because I always mess up and delete them. Okay, bring this over here. Oh my God, they've already been approved and are active. Already, Ridge, already, brother. Like, that's how fast it was, bro.
It's fast.
Usually it can take up to, I've seen it take up to 4 hours before to get ads approved. These ads, this ad is all running. Now I'm going to show everybody this. These are all the ads that I have running. These are the 3 that I just set up. These 3 down here. These are the 2 that I've had running. Here's my ad set. I should have 2 ad sets. Once that closes up, I'll have the ad set that I've been running on right there. And then this is the ad set. Okay, so this is the ad set that I was using. This is, geez, this is the ad set that I'm now using. I mean, I'm using them both, obviously, but see, U.S., Canada, 30 to 50. This has got Canada on it too. I don't know why I didn't add Canada to it, but U.S., Canada, 30 to 50, and that's actually not 18 to 54. It's like 28 to something. Campaign. I have 2 campaigns. The campaign that I've been running, this campaign I just set up, just got going. And I go back to my ads again to show the ads themselves. And here they are. These are the 2 that I've been running. And these are the 3 that I just set up to start running. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow these 3 to run for 24 to 48 hours. And I'm going to look at this number right here. Oops. Once this number gets to about 500, it starts giving you a relevance score. The higher the relevance score, the better your ad's doing to get people to be active with your links and all that stuff. I usually wait till about 500 for the one that's really taken off, and I try to wait till it's reached a total of 1,000 before I delete any. What I do is I'll go through the 3 ads that I run on the one campaign and shut down the least producing ad. Well, I got down to the 2 on this one, and this bottom one here just started. I believe it's the bottom one. It's been a little while now. I could have probably mixed them up. I think it's the bottom one now. It caught up. I mean, it's only 3 leads away from, or 4 leads away from being at the same everything as the top one. I mean, and I'm paying less than $2 a lead. When I first got involved, they said $3 or less, $2 or less. I'm at $1.44 and $1.46 per lead, which is pretty damn good. Let me see the amount I've spent this month. I think I'm up to about $55 this month alone on this ad when we're about halfway through, a little bit over halfway through. So, I mean, I usually spend about $140 a month on my ads. It's going to be a little bit more this month because I just put this ad out there. And if this one fizzles out, I'll just shut this one down and continue to run this one. And then when I get ready to shut these ones down, I'll go back to the interest for this one and do a lookalike ad, which you can do. See how it says duplicate? I can duplicate any of these ads. And then I can go into custom create ads back in the campaign creator, and I can do custom audiences, which is people that already have interacted with your video. Okay. So that's how you run and set up and split test an ad I'm going to leave this ad running for a week just to show you guys exactly what I've done. When I come on, I will do a quick little video or take a couple of screenshots of my screen before I shut down any of these ads. So that way next week when I come on, I can show you all exactly how this ad here has progressed in 1 week. Just to show you guys what's possible, because it's going to progress and you guys are going to see results off of that ad and you're going to be like, wow. Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to show about ad sets and ads at the moment. Let's see. Basically, I'm going to go right into exactly what it is that I'm doing with who I'm doing it with. I am affiliated with a marketing group called the Global Affiliate Zone, or the Phoenix Marketing Group. And they have a platform out there that is it's a, if you guys can all see it, I'm on it right now. Let me get to my tracking. Everything's 90% done for you. Everything. Your leads are right here. Come on now. Just didn't go to it. All right, there it goes. You know, your leads. Oh, got another one. Your leads are all right here. You can track them all daily. See that average?
Yep.
You come over here, click on that button. It brings you to the list of all your leads that you got, you know, right here. These are the emails. You can talk to all these people one-on-one. This system is 90% done for you. I'll show you some of the leaders in the group and what they're doing, how it's working. And we get on to this next page here. Come on. Okay, some of these are the leaders of our group. Now, these people have had some pretty significant sales. It's pretty impressive, actually, to think exactly like these are rookies. These are people that have gotten involved with this in the last month. These are all people that got involved with this in the last month, and they're all up here. They're all here. There's more that aren't, but these are like a good chunk of the leaders. They're on the board. You can check them out. You can see how they're doing. And that's what's going on, folks. This is literally what's going on. I'd love to show you guys exactly what it is that we're doing on a one-on-one basis, show you the system that we're using on a one-on-one basis, show you the actual products that we're using on a one-on-one basis, and let you guys go from there. As far as running ads, I think that's all I'm going to go over tonight. I do want to talk real quick about, hold on, I've got something written down here that I wrote down. I wanted to go over real quick. Oh, it's all on. All right. All right. Yeah, so I guess I'll go into one of the stories I wanted to talk about last week. One of the reasons why I got involved with trying to do something for myself, trying to market, trying to find a way to, better my life. Growing up in the 80s, my father was a mechanic. He was making $7 an hour, raising 3 boys in Aroostook County, Maine, which is way up northern Maine. And there were some struggles, and they never really showed us signs of the struggles, even though we didn't have a lot of things. As kids, we didn't realize what luxuries were, in a sense. Even as an adult, I still probably don't realize what luxuries really are. I've seen them. I've been to Vegas, I've been to Florida. I've seen some stuff. I've been to conventions. I've hung out with some millionaires. Different events, different things I got myself involved with due to the fact of the way my dad was. Now I keep mentioning my dad because he was the most important factor in this whole thought process that I've got in my mind. growing up at a young age, he was involved in a company called Amway, and this company has changed people's lives for since the 50s. Van Rosses and the DeVoes, I think their names are Richard DeVoe or Dick DeVoe or Dick Van Ross. I don't remember their names exactly, but they're the owners of the Amway Corporation, and they've been around for a long time. My dad got involved, my mom and dad got involved back when they were selling hand soap. That was basically what they had, and now they've moved into clothing lines and cleaners. I mean, they have everything, vitamins and makeup, and you name it. It's an at-home shopping paradise is what it is. And you can make commissions off of directing people to a site to buy products for themselves, and it's the whole chain. And ideally, that's where everything is going anyways. Affiliate programs are the same exact type of thing. This here is kind of the same thing. You're going to direct traffic to a website to sell a product that somebody else is making. And that's basically what everything is. doTERRA is the same thing. You're going to get involved with doTERRA. You're going to put a website out there, push traffic toward the doTERRA essential oils. doTERRA is its own company. You're just advertising for it, and they're going to give you some commissions off it. It's the same thing. You work for Snap-on, it's the same thing. You work for Craftsman, it's the same thing. You work for Pepsi, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. People have got to get this mindset out of their head that everything's a scam, especially nowadays with the way the internet is. Back in the day when my dad was trying to do things for himself, there was a lot of people scamming people. There was a lot of companies out there that were making you keep an inventory that you couldn't really afford, forcing you into a huge amount of debt, and it's just so they could gain. It was all gain for them. No matter what they said to the people, it was all gain for them. And my dad fought on a bunch of different things. He tried, obviously, I got a list of things that he tried. He tried Amway. He got involved in those chain letters where you like give $1 to 5 different people and you mail out that same letter and just put your name on it. And, like, you can actually make quite a bit of money doing that stuff, but it's actually against the law. We didn't know. We were given, my dad and I did that venture, and we made about $1,000 off of it, and we only spent about 160. And it worked. It was really cool, but we got a letter from the the Postmaster General, and they're like, "Yo, you guys need to stop this spam mailing, envelopes or bulk mailing or whatever they call it, chain bulk mailing." So we stopped that. Then he got involved with another company that allowed him to build a website called Internet Toolbox. And with the Internet Toolbox, he was able to create an actual web store. He was trying to sell fishing gear, fishing lines, outdoor apparel, things like that. The problem was trying to get on search engines, trying to be able to get his name out there, get his product line out there. And the problem was Facebook wasn't around back then. MySpace wasn't around back then. None of these social media sites were around back then. So it was way harder to try to advertise online when you had to pay just to be on a search engine. And it wasn't cheap back then. Another company he worked for was Zengo. Zengo was like some kind of berry or juice drink. Supposed to be very nutritional for you. I'm not even real sure. I never tried it myself, but he got involved with it. He tried to work it for a little while, but like the same thing with that, like there was no means for him to advertise. There was no advertising part of that system back then, except for word of mouth and walking around and showing people. But there was a slight internet portion of it. I'm sure it's gotten way better since then. I'm sure with all these companies, everything's been, rocking on as far as that's concerned with the internet lately, because, the internet has just grown and grown and grown and progressed. And things like what you're watching right now wasn't here 20 years ago. So, take all of that into consideration. What was that? That is Facebook ad is approved. So now I'm getting the message saying that my ad is approved. So now it's official. My Facebook ad is approved. Let me see. Another thing that happened to my father growing up, I was probably 10 years old. He lost his ring finger. It put him out of work for a while, with 3 boys, and my mom wasn't really working. She was a waitress trying to go back to school. My dad, he had insurance and stuff. He ended up going back to work, but there was a lot that happened. We lost a house. We ended up having to move from one town to another. We had to rent places to live for a while. It was just totally, it basically uplifted our whole family. And there was a lot of things that happened. My mom and dad split up for a little while. There was a lot of things attached to that event in time. And my family got through it. And, you know, through all the struggles, my family got through it. My mom and dad loved each other very, very much. And there wasn't anything my dad wouldn't try to do for all of us, you know, for the family. And one of the things he tried to do was he tried to get it so that he didn't have to work anymore. And he never made it. My dad passed away a little bit over 3 years ago now. Actually, we're going on 4 years in April. Yeah, it was a rough day. It was a very rough day. I didn't have any minutes on my phone. I had just enough minutes on my phone because I had a prepaid phone that I could get phone calls, but I couldn't answer them. So I knew who was calling me, but I couldn't pick up the phone and say what's going on. And I didn't have to. I knew. I knew the phone call was coming someday. I just didn't realize it was going to be that soon. But for some reason, that morning when the phone rang, and then 15 minutes later it rang again, and then another 10 minutes later it rang again, I knew something wasn't right. I knew at that point that it's all right, Aaron. We'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, so I knew something wasn't right, and when I finally was able to get my paycheck, because I get direct deposit, when I finally got my paycheck in my account, I made the phone call that basically ripped my heart out. I live in southern Maine now, and my dad lives about 4.5 to 5 hours away, doing like 80. So, you know, doing the speed limit 65, 70. It's like a 5.5, 6 hour drive, and it took me about 4 hours to get home that night, just so I could go to the hospital and watch my father, you know, take his last few breaths. And I sit there, and I sat there, and I watched as I watched him take his last breaths, and I wondered if it would have been different, if he would have made this one of these things happen for him, and he would have had the money to not worry. He could have had his blood pressure medication. And found out he hadn't been taking his blood pressure medication in over a couple of weeks. And then to go through the bedroom after he passed away and find piles and piles of change sitting there that could have easily paid for his $40 subscription of pills for the month. I wonder daily if it would have been different if he had been able to get one of these businesses that he tried to work. If the object of not having to worry about money would have changed our lives, in the fact that he would probably still be alive today. No one knows. I don't know. But I wonder that. I wonder that all the time. I'm wondering if things would have been different if he'd have found what he was looking for in his life, and if he'd have quit smoking cigarettes, which was what led to his high blood pressure. No one will ever know. He's gone now. And the only thing that I can think of is the things that he did and instilled in me, to try to do something for myself, and to never give up on those, on any of it. Never to give up on myself, and to never feel like I should be outcasted by anybody ever. I had a hard time with that growing up. I had a very low self-esteem. I went to bed till I was freaking 12 years old. That didn't help. And that wasn't something that anybody could do. It was just me. I slept. I slept through it, pissed myself, whatever. It's something I ended up having to grow up dealing with. I think it made me stronger now. I think. I don't know. Not that a lot of people knew, but I knew, and it bothered me every day. It bothered me every day. Um, I always cared about what people thought of me, and then one day I stopped caring what people thought about me. I I did and I didn't. Um, but the biggest reason why I say it like that is because there were still days where I'd wake up and I'd still be kind of depressed and yeah, okay, nobody likes me and I just want to freaking end it and all that. Those days came and went all the time. Um, but the days of, well, I can do that, I can do that, also came and went. And those days outnumbered them other days. As I got older, especially, um, I hate to say it, man, but children are evil. Children are cruel, evil. They don't have any remorse about what they do or say or think. And I think some of it's learned, but I don't think it's. I think it's not necessarily taught. I think it's something that they see and they mimic, and then it's on a personal level at that point in time, and they have to build off of that themselves. Because I've even been there. There's been people that I've ridiculed and put down myself in my life, and that's definitely not. Um, it's not something that you need to be. Somewhere you need to be in life. You got to overlook all that stuff. You have to not care about what people think of you, and you have to not care what people look like. And if there's something that bothers you about somebody, just approach them and work with them in a sense, talk with them, and see what there is you can do to help change that. Don't force it on them. One of the things that I noticed when I was a kid growing up was oh, well, you don't make money like my parents do, so you don't even fall in the same class. Well, you were the class of 1993, right? Because that's the same class I'm in. you know, um, Kids are cruel. Kids are evil. They say and do things that I don't really believe that their brains can comprehend until later on. If even then, some people are just evil, and I don't think they can comprehend anything really, as far as humanity is concerned. Um, and the way the world is right now is so crazy. It's a mixed up bag of everything. You don't know what to expect. You got people that hate Donald Trump and people that love Donald Trump and people that are ready to fight other people because of their belief on what this man is and what this man isn't. And that's pretty ridiculous. I remember a time when you could not like a president and not have to go to war with your neighbor because of it. And now it seems like you just want to lock up your shutters and just stay inside because you don't know what to say or do or anything nowadays. One thing you do have to do is you have to not pay attention to what other people think and do what you're going to do. Strive for what you're going to strive for. If someone says, you can't do it, you tell them you can. Straight up, tell them you can. People hate the New England Patriots. I'm going to bring this into a conversation in this recording because people hate the freaking New England Patriots. They hate them because they've been at the top of the freaking NFL for 18 years, 17, 18 years. They've been, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. Yeah, well, you know what? It's not because they cheated. It's because they work hard at what they're doing, and they have since day one. Okay, they've got some shit that's some things in their closet or whatever you want to call it. But these guys didn't go out there to lose. They're going out there to win every day, and that's all they care about. And they're not worried about the guy they're going to meet next week. They're worried about the guy they're going to meet today. You need to worry about, if you're going to get involved and try to help yourself, you need to worry about yourself. and what you're going to do for yourself today. What is it that you need to do today to make yourself better tomorrow? For me, what I'm doing today is what you see right now. That's what I'm doing today to hopefully make my better tomorrow. And I hope people decide to come and join us. I appreciate you, Rich, for being here with me. I know you've been hearing some of this stuff for a little while now. You've actually kind of motivated me to try to lead and try to bring some of this forth into people. The time perspective video that I tried to do, I think that was kind of a failure. Trying, hey, pick up a book and read a couple pages and pick up the point was there. I don't know if people got the point, but
yeah,
I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I want people to realize that Ridge is a true leader. He has influenced a lot of what I've been doing, and I've influenced a lot of what he's been doing, and we want to do the same for you. Please, please, please take the time and just come and hang out with us. You'll see this replay. Just come back and hang out with us. All my mumbling didn't make any sense before. Well, it doesn't make sense now, but you'll get it.
Yeah.
You'll definitely understand when something happens in your life and you can recall certain events that led up to that. The only reason why I can take, okay, I'm gonna reverse a little bit back. Some of the things that I watched growing up from my dad as he was laying there taking his last breath, and I was thinking to myself, great, there goes my dad. I'm never going to have the chance to go to Alaska and go fishing with him, or go to Colorado or go fly fishing with him, go to Montana and go fishing with him, because that's what my dad was about. Because we never ever established what it was that we talked about trying to do with an online business. We never, every time we kind of talk about it, he'd do a little bit of something on his side, and then I'd do something on my side, but we had two different lives. And like I said, the internet back then was way different. It's not set up the way it is now. Facebook's 10 years old maybe now? Something like that. It's not that old. Social media is not that old. Advertising on the internet is not that old. And my dad's been gone for about half of that time. So I never had a chance to show him what I've learned with advertising. And if I could have, I'm sure he'd have probably gotten back involved with every one of these damn businesses that he tried in the past, and probably kicked ass at it just because he knew the products well. And that's huge when you're trying to run a business online. He didn't care what other people thought of him. He was a 7th grade dropout. He didn't have an education. He didn't have a lot of money. So he wasn't trying to be impressive to anybody. He didn't give a shit. Who's he trying to impress? No one. What was he trying to do? He was trying to learn the business that he was involved with so that he can make everybody else's life better. And that's truly what his goals were. He wanted to be able to set himself up so that he could set his family up, so he could set his friends up, so that he could change the world around him. And that's all he was about. And it all stemmed, every part of his life, and my life for that matter, the reasons why I think the way I do about trying to be what I am now, it all stems from the way my father was and the things that my father did. And it's not just my dad, but a lot of it was influenced because of my dad. The reason why I got involved with this company right here is because it was going on the anniversary of my father's passing. And I saw a video, and didn't I start crying, because it would have been something that my dad would have probably jumped on and been like, oh, let's check this shit out. And he'd have freaking killed it. He would have killed it. He would have killed it. I'm telling you right now, he would have killed it. I wish he was around. Man, I wish he was around. He would have shown people a lot. And I probably wouldn't even have been able to touch what he would have been able to show everybody. But with that said, that's the reason where I am right now with my mindset, is because of the steps that he took when I was a kid that I saw. There's a book out there called Happy pockets full of money, and the book is not about pockets full of money. It absolutely has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with this and the things in your life, the events in your life, and the thinking processes in your life that have made things happen in your life. That's the reason why things happen. It's really crazy at how tied things are to everything, like literally. Like I said, I'm doing this to help better my future. Bridge is with me doing this to better his future. We're going to take this and we're going to show everybody how to better their future. That's what we're doing. And we want to show people how to do it on more than just one means. We can show you the platform that I'm using and show you the platform that he's using. I've got that platform too, but I'm not fully active with that platform. We will show that platform to you as well. But I mean, what's it going to take to change your life? What's it cost? What do you think it should cost to change your life? I'll tell you what, I go out to eat probably 2-3 times a month, and I spend maybe $300 on going out to eat a month. And if I took half of that and I invested it in something that's going to prosper myself, then a year from now I can go to the same restaurant and spend $800 a month and not even think about it. So what are you doing, and how much is it going to cost for you to change your life? This is what I've figured out for this platform that I'm part of. Okay, I spend $5 a day. I spend $99 a month on this platform. So that's $230 to $240 a month, roughly, that I spend to try to better my future. Now, that's without the high commission product that I'm talking about. Now, you can get that high commission product for about $140 a month on a payment plan, but you do have to have a down payment on it. When it's all broken down, where's my pen? Oh, I got it written down. So with the platform and with the ads, it's $58.50 a week. Is basically what it comes out to. So $60 a week. What the hell happened to my pen? Okay. Hold on. I'll do it with my phone. Sorry, folks. So we're gonna do $99 plus $140 on ads a month. And then let's say you want to get the high commission product that I've got and you want to just pay it off for the year. We won't even add the down payment onto the total, because we'll play that off as something that you're going to pay and then build your business, okay? So we'll add $140 for that a month. So now you're spending $379 a month. Now you would spend that for 1 year. Your product would become yours, okay? Now if you've got nobody involved, nobody at all, and you've sold nothing for 1 year, your price then goes down to $139 a month. Okay. Oops. $239 a month, right? 39 plus 140 plus 140 minus 140, $239. So $240 a month. Divided by 4 equals no. This. That's not right. All right. So if you bought this system, you pay $140 roughly a month for your for your product, and you spend $140 a month on advertising. It roughly comes out to $95 a week. $95 a week. That sounds like a lot of money. You're talking $400 a month. After the first year, if you've got absolutely nobody involved with your business, you've got absolutely no sales or nothing like that, but your product would be paid off, that would drop down to the $58 a month or a week. Okay. But now I say that, Jeez. Now I say that you pay $99 a month, you run $5 ads for 2 months, and then all of a sudden you get a lead that buys a machine, and you make commission off of just the platform, not even the product, just the platform. You make $29.70 a month. Okay, so now instead of paying, come on, instead of paying $99 a month for your platform, you're paying $69.30 a month. We'll just say you're still paying $140 for your advertising. So now per month is $209.30. So now within that same month, you get one more person. So in 1 month, let's say you just get 2 people involved with just the platform. Okay? Just the platform. Minus $29.70 minus $29.70. Now you're paying $39.60 for your platform, plus your $140 for the month in advertising. Now your monthly advertising in your platform is $179.60. And you can keep doing that. Now, does it work? Yes. Can you run ads for more than a month and not get any leads or get anybody to sign up? Oh, sure. I had 1,100 leads and didn't have any actual signups. But I was also doing things wrong. I wasn't contacting people. I wasn't talking to people. There was other things that were involved I won't get into full details with, but there were some things that happened. And yes, you can get leads that aren't going to be good leads. And you're going to be thinking, okay, well, what am I wasting my money on? However, if you do what I keep showing you as far as what the screens up here say, you will have absolutely no worries because, like I said before, you've got the reach, you've got the community. Come on. I am actually on my feed right now trying to. Come on. Sorry, folks. This thing is just slow. There it is. Okay, so your system's $99 a month. You get 3 leads, 3 opt-ins, 3 people paying. $29.70 times 3 is $89.10. So you're paying like basically $10 for your system and $140 for advertising. You got 3 people involved. Now let's just say they buy the most minimum product that they can buy. Your commissions are going to be, let's say you start with the most minimum product you can buy. Your commission is going to be the minimumest commissions you can get. And I think that's $90. So let's say you sell 3 of those and you make $90 each of them. You know, that's not a lot of money, right? Well, now that you sold 3 of them, you're going to move up a level. And the next one you sell will be 180. You sell, let me look, what is it, 10? So you only have 3, plus yourself is 4, so 6 more. And then you go up another level, like 240 or whatever the hell it is, 270. And that's how that works. So let's say you get 3 people in. You're paying $9.90 for your platform. You've made $90 per person, so that's $270. That's basically that's almost 2 months of ads that you've made in commissions off of your product, or 1 month of ads, and your system is basically for free because your system is going to be free about at that time anyways. Your system is going to be free for the first month or 2 that you ran without having any leads. Once you've got those 3, you got to think about that. Like the first 5 people that you get involved would basically pay you back what you spent because you're going to spend some money. Then after that, it should be all uphill from there, unless you're doing things wrong. If you're running ads at $300 a day and you're not getting any leads, then there's a problem. If you're running $5 a day ads, and you're not getting any leads, then there's a problem. Let's refresh this real quick. So, Ridge, I'm going to share my screen again.
Okay. I was starting to look up the commissions.
Thank you. Go ahead. You look that up real quick, and I'll pull up my screen so you can see it again. I want people to realize that it doesn't take much. Like, I'm spending $5 a day, and I'm getting 2 to 7 leads a day. Now, these people aren't necessarily buying from me yet, but they say 1 out of every 100 will buy a product. That's the average. Okay, so I'm getting 2 to 7 leads a day. It's going to take me about 2 months to hit that total, roughly, I think. I mean, 30 days in a month on an average. So I'm getting 2 a day. That's 30. That's 60. 2 months. That's 120 plus, right? So I should get anywhere from 1 to 2 opt-ins, people buying into the platform, and possibly actual sales when that's being said. Come on. I don't know why this thing's taking so long. There we go. Look at this. So I've got 13 cents, 8 cents, and 3 cents spent so far on that ad that I started running. It's reached a whole 20 people. Come on now. Still loading. Give it a second. There it goes. There we go. So it's been seen by 20 people so far. Obviously, it hasn't gotten any leads yet, so it hasn't gotten any cost per lead. But like I said, it's spent. Let's see, that's 16, 24 cents so far. It's spent. It's got a couple of views here. Now, let's just say I'll do a quick example, everybody, about how I would split test this. Let's just say this is up to 1,000. We'll just add a couple zeros to all of these, okay? I would look at this, and then I would go through and I would try to find the relative score, how many times the button's been clicked, how many leads, da-da-da. I would be checking all these stats to see how well these are doing. And what I would do, like this one's actually been impressed more than this one, and it spent way less. So I would actually think about shutting this one down before I did this one or this one, because it spent a little bit more money. Now, that's not how you're going to go. You're going to actually go by, you know, actual cost per leads and all that stuff. Now, look at how much closer these two are together now. Yeah, that was at 21 and 17. So I've gotten a couple leads there. Yeah, just kind of showing you guys all this. When you get people to jump and get involved, you'll make basically $30. It's $29.70 for the platform. And then let's just say they buy the minimum machine. It's $90. So off one person, minimum, you're going to make like $120 off of just under $120 off of initially. But then you're going to make some commissions off of that person too, because they're going to sell a couple units and it's going to go in a line, and you're going to go points wise, it's going to go 8 deep. Now, if I was a 1A, I would get the minimum points because I'm a 1A, which is, like I said, I'd get the $90 commission. But let's say I move up to a 2A and the guy below me is selling a machine. Now, my commissions are going to double, depending on the line that I'm in. And I'll explain all that on another date. Maybe Rich could jump on and explain some of that with the commissions with the product. But ideally, how it works is, let's just say minimum, you get 3 people involved. The platform you're paying like $9 for, and you're going to make about $270 in commissions. And then your next person that you get involved in on top of that, you're going to move up a level in commissions, plus your platform is going to be free, and you're actually going to get a commission check from the platform itself. So keep that in mind. Come on. So I'm going to unshare this page now. I just wanted to show people that it's active, how active it is. Let's see, it's 11 o'clock now, Ray, so it's been about an hour we've been recording. They didn't kick us off, which I don't understand. It's fine with me.
Yeah. So I thought my website had all the basic 8-point commission structures, but they only list the K8, the SD501 Platinum, and then the SD501. But it shows the structure.
They're all there.
Well, yeah, I think in the back office it's somewhere.
Yeah, it is. I have it too. I can pull it up somewhere. Show it. That is basically it as far as ads are concerned, and how to incorporate it into this platform and how the monies work a little bit. Like I said, I'll get into the other platform on another date. We'll get into the product a little bit better on another date. Most of this was just about trying to run ads. I run $5 a day right now. And actually, this is going to cost me, because I have a $5 a day running ad, it's going to start costing $10 a day, which isn't a big deal. I'll make it work for a little bit, but I'm going to leave this ad running for now that I had started. I'll share the page again one more time. Screen. I'm going to keep this ad running, these 3 ads running. I mean, I'll shut them down if I need to, and I'll do a quick video or whatever to show you what I'm actually doing when I do shut them down. I'll show you how to split test, and then we will move on next week to our next topic, which I haven't really discussed or figured out what that topic's going to be. But that's it for now, folks. I just wanted to put that out there, and let's see. What else is there? I was trying to say what it could equal per week. I had the cost of the system and the cost of the ads per week, about $58.50 for me. That's about 2 hours of overtime. I don't mind sacrificing a little bit of overtime at work to make sure I have enough money to do this, because I know in the long run it's going to fucking suit me well better, way better. I think next week we'll talk about the EWS system. What do you think, Red? You going to be around next week, you think?
It should be.
All right, we'll schedule that, and we'll go over the EWS system a little bit better. My back office has been shut down for some time. I do have some access to some of the materials there, but I will get that back up and running so that we can do this, or we'll just have Rich kind of lead the show on that. Hopefully you guys all enjoy the replay. Hopefully there wasn't a whole lot of babbling, because I did a lot of babbling. I kind of got off track a fewe times, talking about my dad and stuff, and just kind of all over the place. I apologize for that. I think we basically got the points down that we needed to cover about running an ad, split testing an ad, producing an ad, the whole 9 yards. If you guys want to know a little bit more about the programs, let me see real quick if I have it before we get out of here. I might have taken it off. Power Director.
Can you also share your YouTube channel for those who want to go back and watch last week's?
Yes, I will. I will post a link with my YouTube channel. I'll have this posted in it. All right, so oops. I'm going to share my screen again. This Power Director. I took our webinar last week and I merged it together, and I can create it with a timeline, but I'm not going to do that. Why? Oh, okay. to be able to get out of this. I shouldn't. Just throw it. Yes, project will be done. So I can go in here and I can create. This is what I do for my videos. I go in here and I create a new project. Okay, on the app's a little bit different than on the computer. But you go in and it'll load up this screen here, and you can come over and you can pick different files, just a music file, a text file, or your video file. And then you can split on those, all these features down here for doing all that. The video file, pictures, audio, effects. This is like texts. And then you can like cut and put like a transition screen in, or like bubbles from one phase to another. This is the power director that I use. There's others out there that I'm sure people use. Let me close this out. That's one of the ones that I use. I actually enjoy it because it has feature and stuff. Okay. Don't know why that. Oh, okay. I deleted that screen, so we're right back to our website, our web meeting. But that's what I use to do my videos, and it's nothing special. I bought it so that I got the Power Director watermark off of it, so everything that I put on Facebook or whatever doesn't have it down here in the right-hand corner. It's just my video. What I do is I take my videos and then I'll go over to YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel and I'll place them onto YouTube. And then I take that YouTube link and I'll post that to my pages. Now you can take any video, like meetings videos like these, and just put them directly on Facebook. Or you can do that. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to set up trying to set up a brand on myself. I want to do a business model page, a coaching page or whatever, you know what I mean? That's going to be based toward me, and that's what my YouTube channel is. It's going to be for all of my stuff, for my marketing and for my coaching and all that stuff. And I will post a link as well onto the Financial Freedom Creators site, on my Inspirational Crusade site, and on my personal page. Ridge, if you want that link, let me know. You can steal anything you want from YouTube. You know how to do that. Keep vid.
Yep.
Keep vid and just get that recording. Anybody that wants to know what keep vid's about, if there's a video on YouTube that you want to keep for yourself that has no attachment to anybody else, you take the URL ID number or link and you place it in the search bar of keepvid.com, and it'll bring up the video, and you can actually save that to your computer as your own video and then repost it as your own video. Go in and edit it, put things onto it and change it and make it part of your own video if you want to, and then post it back up. Obviously, there's going to be some videos you need rights to. I'm not going to say you're going to be able to do it with everything, but you can do it with music videos and regular videos. And that's another way that people use YouTube to benefit their business, is they'll go on, they'll find videos that they can use for themselves, go in and edit pieces and take pieces out and put it here and put it there, and then mash together this massive video that just is outstandingly cool. And they produce and post it onto a site and draw traffic and sell a product, and boom, there you go. It's all over again. So I think that's all we're going to cover tonight. I'll keep all that stuff running for a week, and like I said, I'll do some tutorial videos with it as we go along, and I'll share that next week with our webinar or our web hangout, and we'll go from there. Got anything to add, Ridge?
No. I think we'll just go over the Enagic. Well, we'll probably start with next week going over your results.
Yeah.
After that, we'll jump into the Enagic and EWS stuff.
Something in my hair. All right. Well, folks, thank you for joining us. I'm going to stop this recording now, and I hope you guys catch the replay or have caught the replay, and can join us next week. And we'll talk again about some more things.
And if anybody's, has any questions or anything, you can always message either Richie or myself. We'll be glad to help you out.
Yeah, I'm always up. I'm up pretty late in the evenings, and I usually get up fairly early in the mornings as well. I don't sleep a lot, so yeah, hit me up anytime, and we can discuss some things. Show you a little bit more stuff personal on one-on-one.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir. See you guys all next week. Thank you.